Hello everyone. Today let's get you into rhythm. We are talking about the moments in time when the world aligned into perfect synchronization, making you doubt if there is a glitch in the matrix. No, this is not any edited animation. These are real people who have perfected their choreography. Syncing with not just one person, but coordinating with the whole group is absolutely mind-boggling. They couldn't even have practiced this. The cars drift as a perfect pair in synchrony as they take one turn after another. If that's hard to believe, check this out. They keep up with the insane transition in turns all throughout the race, even turning back around in the track with the same synchronous drift. This helicopter looks like it is being levitated by an external force, but in reality the blades are moving. They are simply in sync with the camera's shutter speed, creating the illusion that it is floating in the air. There cannot be anything more satisfying than this, right? Looks like a snake slithering off into another matrix. Wouldn't be too surprising at this point. Talk about the strangest of moments ever recorded live. This pair not only walks in a similar pattern, but puts their hands on their knees at the same time. To top it all off, the players take a deep breath by dropping down their heads in the exact same way. Unbelievable. This looks like a glitch on TV that has been stuck, but it is absolutely real. Thousands of drummers are beating their instruments in perfect harmony to mark a truly mesmerizing sight for the crowd. Throwing hoops in sync is one thing, but with the same movement in the perfect rhythm? Now that's not something you see every day. These cats may not look alike, but they have perfected their moves by living together. They jump, walk, and even yawn with the exact same rhythm. Check out this crazy robot dance that was performed at a local festival. They are in perfect harmony as they amaze the crowd with their synchronous flowing movements. This man falling down probably triggered a shift in the matrix. Look at the two friends trailing behind and falling in perfect synchrony. This couple of dudes can be hired as dancers. They may have fallen differently, but they sure know how to get back up in style. They might not have liked the fall when they got thrown in the water, but this crazy clip sure makes it memorable for them. Throwing their feet up and forming a flipped-up heart is nothing short of unbelievable. The two players may be from opponent teams, but that doesn't mean that they can't think the same. Like a hypnotic signal, the two use their sticks to prop themselves up at the same time. These metronomes may have been set into motion at different intervals, but they all come into sync perfectly after a few seconds. Oh, nothing much. Just hundreds of Chinese kids practicing their basketball drills on the ground in perfect rhythm. What's crazy is that this is pretty much their normal routine. I get it. They are both confused. We are too, at the fact that they could pull something off like this at the same time.
Breathe in.
The formation, the gliding of those skates on ice, and their hand movements are all in perfect synchrony. That's simply a lot of rhythmic movements to be even considered real. We all have trouble with parallel parking, but these people are definitely not from the same world as us. Look at them gliding those cars perfectly in the parking spot. Insane. This formation looks out of this world. From flipping on the ground together to syncing those moves in perfect coordination, they are on an entirely different level. This pair has been working hard on their moves, and the effort paid off. Look at the duo getting those flips timed in the perfect rhythm. The happy look on their faces can tell that they are beaming with pride. What if one dog's small and the other's big? The two can work their differences just fine if they are moving in perfect sync. This train of dancers must have taken months to practice this amazing stunt. Look at them go. It is like the water flowing in time. Even the players know they have done something strangely extraordinary. They didn't forget to exchange a look when they got back up in the same style. One of them had the winning move planned, and he sent the brain signal to the other player. That is the only explanation for what happened here, right? Robots may be designed to work in a certain way, but it still doesn't make you believe it is true at first glance. Without any of them flipping off, the circle of drones forms the perfect spin. There is no way this guy doesn't have superpowers. The journalist somehow manages to point at the rocket at the exact moment when it takes off into the sky.
And mix them as you do so, and then set light to them, you get that.
These are 5 players who know something we don't, because who can pull off an active zone like that? Truly magical. This water might have had something magical inside, because the dogs seem to be walking in perfect unison, coming out of the water. Crazy, right? You are just as stunned as the crowd standing around them, right? The two boys pull off the crazy trend with their feet, balancing the moves with pure perfection. The running drill definitely paid off. About 100 robots weighing no more than 2 pounds and standing at a height of a foot tall, these miniature robots are a treat to watch. But look at them dancing in an incredible sequence. Truly unthinkable. There only needs to be a song added to the background, and you will have mimicked the perfect Disney sequence in style. These forklifts carry out the load and drop it off with the same frequency set in their minds. There is no other explanation. These two were so focused on the game that they didn't even realize they were mimicking each other. Maybe the duo was trying to make a statement to the other. How do you even pull off something like that in real life? These ninjas do not need anyone to guard them. They will woo the opponents with their synchrony. It may be too hard to keep track of the steps in this fast-paced dance, but there is one thing that's screaming right back at you: the perfect synchrony in the group's steps. You cannot simply make up this kind of thing. The elephants seem to be talking with their ears. Look at the baby and its mother flapping them at the same time. The other elephant felt left out and tried to join in, but could only follow up so much with the mother-child duo. This pair of kids were running in the ground when they decided to fall with the same bounce head first to simply shock their parents. These babies weren't even looking at each other, and they still copy-pasted the other's moves in the best way possible. Just one example of pure sibling magic. It only looks like these bobbleheads have different bodies because they are all moving at the same time. Creating the perfect flow train, they are displaying a superb dance. 4 guys with their heads held high to do something completely out of the box. Leaping up on the towering wall in synchrony, they even stand up in the exact same position. 2 football players falling at the same time and in the same way. Unbelievable, right? Well, here is your proof. The opponent only touched one of the players, but the strange synchronous fall was destined for both of them. This doesn't even look like this is from this universe. This group of dogs looks pretty serious and focused as they work out to flex their muscles. This looks like a woman has 1,000 hands, but that's just the illusion of this unbelievably crazy dance. Standing in a perfect formation, the women display a magical show, making the crowd gape with amazement. If only cleaning was as satisfying to do as it is to watch this. The tractors are moving with the perfect gap between them as they pick up the snow off the roads. Even the snow seems to be in the exact same amount as the pile behind it. They know their assignments well. These construction workers are on a different level. Imagine moving a structure that big on feet in rhythmic synchrony. That's simply too perfect to be believable, right? Luckily, we have it on record. Would you look at that? This is too perfect to be true. This crowd definitely understood the assignment. Following the cricketers' exercise pattern, the crowd at MCG didn't disappoint and fell into a satisfying rhythm within seconds. This is easily 100 people making up the formation, and it is not a still one either. Nope. They managed to make it look like the man was walking. That's just an amazing kind of stunt in perfect synchrony. Don't be fooled. This is not an animated trick. There is an amazing display of lights as the drones fly up in the air and create this mesmerizing formation. The way they are making the shapes move in perfect sync is just something incredible. Planes can do stunts on land too, and this footage is to prove that. Moving in a rhythmic pattern, the planes align in the right gaps to get themselves parked in the designated spots. It is all about pulling off the moves, isn't it? These rats may not have started on the right track, but they sure do seem to be working great together. The stop and start at the same time make the footage look like it is on repeat. Who says work cannot be fun? It can be when it is this much satisfying to watch. The workers lay down the carpet in perfect sync to get the job done in style. This flock of birds seems to be in a massive number, but they are flying as if one. This incredible synchrony is formed due to the flight of starlings. Without colliding with each other once, the hundreds of birds explore the sky together. So what if we have to practice for a rival race? The key is being in sync, so the competition gets tougher, right? These runners are jogging not only on the same track, but with the same movements too. Truly unbelievable. Not sure where they are looking. But who cares when the dog heads are all this synchronized? The 4 dogs look back at the same time as the owner calls up to them as if he has a magic spell cast on them. Sheer luck or hours of practice? These horses are not only adorable, but they are moving in perfect sync with their riders, making it a magnificent sight to watch. They bounce up and down, forming just the right alignment to make it look this pleasing to see. At the Olympics, this is just one of the most satisfying but thrilling sights to see. Rowing at a blazing speed, all the boats seem to be running at the same pace. Even the rowers in all boats look like they're copying each other. This crew of kayakers is ready to pull off something unthinkable, and they were pretty successful at it. rolling in and out of the water at the same time and making it look like an easy stunt. Don't know what's harder to believe. This pair of players ran up with a balanced walk and managed to get their strikes in the same alignment. To top it off, they even back up in the exact same way. People who work out together stay together, but what about the people who do it in complete sync? Fascinating. Who knew you could train enough to pull off this incredible stunt? They might not be doing the same task as the other, but the girls balance off the moves so nicely that it seems too good to be true. Look at this plane. Notice the blade not spinning? Well, they are, but their rotation speed is perfectly in sync with the camera's shutter speed, making it look like a glitch in the Matrix. Look at these cats shaking their head right in sync with each other. How adorable is that? And the way they move their heads. Imagine your partner not having to wait for their food because the servers are this much in sync. This couple of servers are working at the same pace and with the strangest similarity in their styles as they fill up the sauces for their customers. What can get better than this? These workers are so experienced in their work that they have calculated the exact time to sync and perfect that throw. And the worker at the other end is throwing the ball of dough at an incredible speed to the stove without even looking. That's some skill right there. This group may not be in the middle of the action in the game, but they sure did manage to steal the attention of the viewers. As the hoop secures the ball, the group does a synchronized dance to celebrate. You'll blink and you will miss the dance steps, but what you won't miss out on is their coordination, which is just top-notch. Falling into the same alignment, the trio pulls off every dance move in complete harmony. When you are stopping the ball from touching the boundary, you will do all that it takes, even if it is gliding down on the grass in the exact position. These two vicious chickens decide to attack the poor dog, and to top it off, they did it in perfect sync. How cool is that? Speaking of hen attacks, these two chose to fight each other, only they went about it in perfect sync, lining up their attacks exactly the same way. Here is another helicopter that has its blade rotation in sync with the shutter speed of the camera. That just looks freaky as heck. These two shrugged in perfectly synced live on TV. Here are some cool robots dancing perfectly in sync. Even the dog robot joins in on the fun. Look at them go. How much work must go into having these drone shows to keep everything in? Sync. They get so close to each other but never break the flow. It is all so enchanting to watch. This house's decorations are top-notch. Seeing how everything syncs up so perfectly, the decorator should be getting a reward or something, right? That's all on the incredible synchronicity that makes you think there is a glitch in the Matrix. Some of them may be choreographed and practiced, but other clips had no explanation for being that much in sync. Which one was your favorite? Let us know in the comments below. While you are at it, make sure you hit the thumbs up icon and please subscribe to our channel. We will be coming up with more exciting videos soon. Until then, goodbye and thanks for watching.